everyone, I'm Rubee. I'm the resident musical theatre nerd at the Northumbria Horror Society. Today I've decided to just do a quick snippet of what I would improve about a musical if I could produce it myself. I know my head is so big and full of self-importance, but you know, whatever. My video can do what I want. So today I've decided to focus on Bat Boy. I have been critical of it in the past in my videos. I think it has the bones of a really good musical, but it's just not there yet. I do believe that in 2016 they were in talks of renewing the script, changing the songs and things. I think Jeremy Jordan and Kerry Butler were attending those. Maybe there were some changes made then and we just haven't seen the finished product yet. Bat Boy, for those who don't know, were written by the same people that wrote Heather's the Musical, which is obviously a big success Off-Broadway, and then they overcorrected themselves with the West End version, I feel. And that's one thing that I'm scared will happen with Bat Boy, is that they'll go too far to make it politically correct when that doesn't work, when the plot is already overly ridiculous. So I'll just get into my points and what I would change. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert. Spoilers. There will be spoilers. Don't come for me. The role of Dr. Parker, he is a vet and he is kind of like, you know, really wants his wife to kind of think he's amazing, and he wants to have a good relationship with his wife and it clearly just isn't there, and he wants to have the perfect picturesque family, which again isn't there. He demands respect from everyone who meets him. However, the switch he has from being, you know, family man and really loving Edgar to I hate him, let's kill him, blah blah blah, like too fast in my opinion. You expect from the start that he's gonna do that, so the whole shock of him turning on Edgar, well, it's not a shock. That's the thing. It's not a shock at all. You expect him to do it. So already any loving, cute, nice moments he has, you know as an audience member it's superficial. And that might have been done on purpose, but I think it would be better if the audience trusts him. Then his turn on Edgar would be all the more shocking and will warrant more of a reaction from the audience. Behavioural switches is a big issue in this musical in general. For example, Shelley switches from going such a stinky boy to being like, I love you, let's fuck, way too quickly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the character of Shelley in general. I don't really think she adds that much to the musical at all. I'm not saying remove Shelley, I just think her character needs some more development. She switches over way too quickly. And I know she's a teenager and, you know, that can happen, but it's just not believable. I don't root for her at all. I think she's frustrating as a character. I think her and Dr. Parker are the ones in need of the most rewriting. Not through any fault of, you know, obviously I've listened to the Off-Broadway cast recording, so it's not through the fault of anyone who played the role prior. The book is a little weak when it comes to those characters. The rest of the town folk I don't feel are integrated into the story well enough. They just kind of pop up and then make the story a bit disjointed. I wonder if there was a way to be able to integrate them better into the story. I don't have the answers for that, but it would be something I'd really like to see, because there are some funny moments with the townsfolk, and quite a lot of productions I've seen can't seem to make up their mind over whether they're full on, you know, Hickville, or whether they are genuinely concerned people. I don't know. It needs to be made more clear in the script if that's going askew. In my opinion, there shouldn't be any drag roles in the musical. I know quite a few of the parents are played by men in it, but why? I really don't know why, when this musical is already so batshit crazy that there's already so much going on, you don't need the distraction of drag. For example, it works in something like Hairspray, where this plotline is actually quite serious. You know, it's discussing racism. The drag is there to kind of undercut some of that tension from the subject matter. But Bat Boy is so crazy that there's no tension to undercut. There's absolutely nothing there, so there's no point in having them, in my opinion. I can see that when they wrote this, they tried to kind of implement a Sondheim Into the Woods-esque mood change. Into the Woods is very, very funny in the first act, and then in the second act, you know, shit gets real, gets really serious. It kind of catches the audience off guard, and I think that's what they were trying to achieve with Bat Boy. It's very jokey in the first act, and then the second act, they get it way too serious. But the issue with this is that it's so overly ridiculous that the mood change does not work, and they should have just gone all the way with the comedy. So when Edgar and Shelley, they have sex and Then they found out they're actually half siblings. A ridiculous thing to happen, but they often play it off as like a tragic thing to find out. The mother was sexually assaulted by bats and they play that as like a tragic thing. Like, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing. Why are they playing it like a serious thing as though it's like something that could really happen? So it doesn't work in my opinion. The thing with, the reason why it works in Into the Woods is that the characters, although, you know, magic isn't real and everything like that, people are familiar with the characters going in, even if they haven't seen the musical. You know Little Red Riding Hood, you know Cinderella. You are already a lot more attached to the characters than you are. You do not get attached to the characters really at all. In Bat Boy, you don't have enough time. Maybe that's another issue with the script. I'm not attached to any of the characters. I think there are some really good songs in Bat Boy. I will praise Home for You, but a lot of the songs don't really know where they want to be. There's quite a lot of like, there's a couple of hip hop influences and then there's full on country and then rock, and it moves too much for me. I'm not a fan of that in general. For example, Hamilton, I really despise the song What Did I Miss because it doesn't fit with the rest of the musical. A lot of people like it because it stands out, but I just don't think it fits. It disrupts the narrative and makes it disjointed to me. So that's something I would like to see changed if there was ever a revival put on or what have you. Yeah, just overall, my last point is that the tone with both the book and the music is inconsistent. I feel like they should go more down an Evil Dead, like this is ridiculous, stupid, rude, crude, everything sort of musical. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Do you agree with everything I said? You don't have to. You don't have to agree with me, it's fine. We'll make it work. Let me know what you think. Do you think there will be a revival anytime soon? Do you think we'll see it at the West End again anytime soon? Just let me know. On that note, I am done talking now. I'm done complaining and being negative. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.